Trouble for a well-known Georgia politician, two-time candidate for governor Stacey Abrams will now be investigated by the state Senate. Some lawmakers want to know how Abrams used billions in federal funds given to a group she was working with.
They also want to investigate campaign finance violations she's already been punished for. Political reporter Doug Reardon is at the state capitol tonight, where a Senate panel has done some controversial work at the State House.
This is the same panel of state senators that investigated Fulton County DA Fani Willis over her relationship with the prosecutor in the Donald Trump indictment. There was a long court battle with her to grant this panel subpoena power, and they may try to use it to bring in Stacey Abrams to testify. A familiar group of senators who investigated Willis for months will now turn their attention to Stacey Abrams. They want to know how she used $2 billion in Federal Infrastructure Act funding meant for a coalition of clean energy groups Abrams was working with.
We're going to get to the truth because it's taxpayer dollars that we're talking about, and that's why we have an interest.
Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones authorized the panel to continue its work well into this year's legislative session. Jones, a prospective candidate for governor in 2026, may very well see Abrams on the other side of the race, but says this has nothing to do with that.
I don't know what her future plans are, but that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
Last month, Abrams and her voting group New Georgia Project were fined a record $300,000 for over a dozen campaign finance violations. That is also expected to be part of the investigation, despite Abrams' supporters saying it's done and over with.
There's no basis for it at all, especially when you have a state ethics commission that was clear in its ruling. Whether you agree with the ruling or disagree is irrelevant. The bottom line is you have a commission that's actually made a ruling, and it's their purview to make that particular ruling, and so therefore we should just move forward.
New Georgia Project did not respond to requests for comment Friday. As with the Willis investigation, this panel of state senators can't bring any criminal charges. They can only recommend them to the state and federal attorneys general. They can, however, propose changes to law based on what they hear in these hearings. In the state capitol, Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.